In this tutorial, I want to talk about the presets feature and how you can create your own. And I want to kind of just give you some tips on how to utilize them and really get the most out of it. So you see here that I've created a preset here. I called it Poppy 7 seconds, and I'm going to show you how I did it. But I've actually used it to create this animation. So this is what we're getting at here at the end of this video. You'll be able to create this quickly and easily. So all I did was I applied this preset here that I created. And what I did was I really kind of made a shortcut for myself to make this animation, and after applying this preset, I made a few changes to get this final animation. And so let's take a look at this. So I'm going to go ahead and select all and remove. And so what I suggest is that the smartest way to create your own presets is to use something like text initially. In this case, I'm going to go ahead and just make just a 2-word thing. It doesn't really matter what I'm animating because I'm just creating a preset. And so I've got some text here, and it's just really easy to go ahead and use the break apart feature to go ahead and break it apart. In this case, I want to do only 2 different things, and we'll talk about why in a second. So I've got 2 different things to animate now, and so what I can start to do is go ahead and start designing my animation. So I'm here on the in animation, and what I did in that preset was I went ahead and kept it to the center, and on the in part of this, I'm going to go ahead and have it zoom in and use the overshoot. And I'm going to come down to the second, do the same for this first image. I did it the second image first, actually. And I'm going to go ahead and offset them a fraction of a second so they come in pop, pop. They can pop in one at a time. So boom, boom. So something like that. And so the next thing I want to do is I can go ahead to the out animation. And I'm going to do the same thing, only I'm going to use the fade option to kind of have it elegantly more, kind of exit more elegantly, that is. And let's come here and do the same thing. And now I just need to do my pause animation. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm actually going to go ahead and use the state option to change the time for both of them. So I'm going to go ahead and have them say like 4 seconds each, because I want them to kind of last for 4 seconds. I'm going to come back to the selected option and choose zoom out for 1, and I'll come back here, so make sure selected is on, and zoom in subtle, and I'm going to have this kind of alternating kind of thing going on. So there you go. So now I'm ready to create my preset. So I want to make my preset based on these settings. So I come to the presets tab, and you see here I've got presets here. Now I've already got this, so I'm going to go ahead and delete it just to show you that you can delete something very quickly and easily. So if any one of these that it comes with, you can delete them or you can overwrite them, making small changes. So what it's going to do when I create a preset is it's going to use these 2. It's going to basically look at here, and it's going to look at what all the settings are. And, anything that's set in the various states, it's going to go ahead and record that as a preset. So I'm going to come over here and I'm going to choose preset, and I can go ahead and name it. So I have this named as Poppy. Now the in animation is 1 second, the out animation is 1 second, and then the pause. So actually I think I did it 6 seconds, so let's go ahead and make it 6 seconds. I think I set it to 4 on the pause. And I click OK, and notice there it says for 2 images. So let's go ahead and see what happens when I apply this to an image that has more than 2 images. So let's come in here, and I'll just use the example I've used before in another tutorial. And I'll open this up because I happen to know that this one is going to break apart to 8. So let's break it apart, and you see I have 8 different things. So what's going to happen when I apply that preset? So let's take a look. So let's select it and hit apply. You see here that what it's done is it's taken the same animation. So this was set to 2 images. So whatever the setting was for the first image, it applied it to the first layer. Whatever the setting was for the second image, it applied it to the second layer. And then it just cycled down through. So whatever was set for the first image went to the third. Whatever was set for the first image went to the fourth, and so forth. So it just cycles through. If there'd been an odd number, then it just would have gone ahead and used the first one but ignored the second one. So now that I have this, I have a kind of a shortcut. I've been able to go ahead and apply this animation. And what I did to make the animation in the original set, I just went ahead and went to the pause animations, and I just made some quick changes. So just go ahead and here, you see that what I wanted to do, for example, is I liked these presents doing kind of reverse here, and let's come to this one, and I'll make that ring. And I think I went up to the confetti here and I made that a twist. I think the last thing I did was I made these zoom in the same. So the text here, let's try to click on that. The text is zoom out. So let's make that, I think that's, I wanted to zoom in, and over here, that's zoom out, and I want that to zoom in also to match the labels. And there you go. That's what I can. So very quickly and easily, by using the presets and just making some quick little adjustments on the, in the pause tab, I can make a unique animation quickly and easily and leverage the power of presets at the same time and just make it unique after I've taken, the basics and, applied the presets. So that's how you go ahead and leverage the presets. Very, very quick and easy. Just one more tip. You may, for example, like some of the presets that are built in, but maybe you find yourself changing the time all the time. So let me go ahead and select this and select all. And let's say that you did the whirl and twist, for example, and found that in the pause you wanted it to be 6 seconds all the time instead of just 4. Well, you can go ahead and change it to 6. And what you can do, of course, is click on the state option, click on 6, and that's going to do it for all of them. And then if I come over the presets tab, I can delete that original one, and I can go ahead and apply it again. I can delete preset and then apply and make a new one based on this. Now, what I might do if I don't want to have all 8 images and I just want to make a preset, and this was originally set to 2 images, I can just go ahead and delete all of the extra ones, temporarily, and then make my preset and just overwrite the original one so that the preset is set to the 6 seconds instead of the 4 seconds, so I'm not having to repeat myself all the time and making that edit. So that's the sort of thing that you can do with presets to save a lot of time and make things your own very quickly and easily.